Hey everyone, and welcome to Oxford Nursing Education. A lot of nurses dream of working abroad, but there's often one huge challenge that stops them in their tracks: exams. With so many different countries and so many different tests, it's easy to get confused. Choosing the wrong exam can waste a ton of time, money, and years of your life. So today, we're going to break it all down for you. We LAL explain the most important nursing exams you need to know about and which countries require them. Ready? Let's get started. First up, the English language exams. For most English-speaking countries, this is your very first hurdle. The two big ones are the IELTS and the OET. These are accepted in places like the UK, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, and even some parts of Canada. The main difference: the OET is designed specifically for healthcare professionals, testing your English in a medical context. The IELTS, on the other hand, is a more general academic English test. The great thing about passing one of these is that it opens doors to multiple countries, really boosting your global mobility. The downside is that you need to have a strong command of English, and of course, there are exam fees to consider. Next, let's talk about the CBT, which stands for Computer-Based Test. If your goal is to work as a nurse in the United Kingdom, this exam is mandatory. The CBT tests your theoretical nursing knowledge with a strong focus on patient safety and professional practice. The good news is that you can take this exam in your home country before you even travel to the UK. It has a very clear syllabus, which makes preparing for it quite structured. The only real con is that the content is very specific to UK nursing standards, so it's not transferable to other countries. After the CBT, UK-bound nurses will face the OSCE. This is a practical skills exam. OSCE stands for Objective Structured Clinical Examination, and it's designed to test how you handle real-life nursing scenarios. You'll be assessed on everything from your clinical skills to your communication with patients. It's a very hands-on assessment, which makes the evaluation process fair and transparent. However, it can be quite stressful, especially if you haven't had enough practice. So, make sure you get plenty of hands-on training before you take it. Now, let's head over to North America and talk about the NCLEX. This is the big one for nurses wanting to work in the United States or Canada. The NCLEX is all about testing your clinical judgment and your ability to make safe decisions in a fast-paced environment. It's a challenging exam, partly because it uses adaptive testing, meaning the questions get harder or easier based on your previous answers. Preparation usually takes several months, but the reward is huge. Passing the NCLEX gives you a qualification that is highly recognized all over the world. Finally, for those of you dreaming of Australia or New Zealand, you'll need to go through a skills assessment process. This is managed by regulatory bodies like AHPRA in Australia or the Nursing Council of New Zealand. The process involves verifying all your documents, proving your English proficiency with a test like IELTS or OET, and in some cases, you might be required to complete a bridging program to align your skills with local standards. The advantage here is that the professional standards are incredibly clear. The downside is that gathering and submitting all the required documentation can be a very time-consuming process. So, here's my final piece of advice for you. Before you start preparing for any exam, decide on a country first. Do your research and find out exactly what tests are required for that specific destination. Please do not prepare randomly. Having a clear plan from the very beginning will save you an incredible amount of time, money, and stress. It's the smartest way to start your journey to becoming an international nurse. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with a fellow nurse, and subscribe to Oxford Nursing Education for more essential guides like this one. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Which exam are you preparing for right now? Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.